Hello, hunters, and welcome to Hunters Hub episode 38. Today, we are talking about PC stuff. So, yay.
Yay.
First of all, I would like to thank Wolfie Mellon for our music, and Jeremy Clark for our art, and our Monster Hunter World for promoting us. So, all that fun stuff out of the way. Welcome, Toaster, co-host, and extraordinarily fun guy.
Hey, cool people.
Also a mushroom. Anyways. And returning guest, Mad Wolf.
Yup.
Hey. And returning guest and ex-co-host, Rethagog.
Hi.
All right.
Yay.
Cool. So, we've all kind of been on and off playing Monster Hunter lately. But today, the news dropped for PC release. So, first question is, are we getting it?
Hell yeah, I'm getting it. I'm going to pre-order it on Thursday as soon as I get paid.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting it because I have a lot of friends who do not have PS4s and they want to play with me, so probably going to get
for
it.
the exact same reason. Yeah, as soon as I saw the notification, I mean, I was planning on getting it before that. I had friends that I was like, "Do you have a PlayStation?" No, okay. Do you have PC? And most of them had PC, and I had said, when that comes out, I'll totally buy it and play with you. Like, we're already planning out like some time before school starts.
I'm going to be the party pooper. I am not, unless I have someone special to to play through it with.
Well, you can play through it with us.
I mean,
Hey,
Yeah.
I kind of did that on PS4.
how you doing?
Well, you did play with me.
You cut me off.
I did.
Hey, Fortuan.
Play-
Well, we played a few times,
You
but
know-
not like through the game.
This is an opportunity for you to learn how to play bowgun.
This is an opportunity for me not to go insane getting another platinum.
But you don't have to get a
But it's
platinum.
a
You already
Steam.
got one.
No one cares about Steam items.
They have the same achievements.
Nobody cares about the Steam ones.
Yeah.
No, you just get like trading cards. Bull.
Yeah.
What?
I mean-
At the very least, you could take your time playing it and just
That's what I'm doing.
They
stop
get
and
mousy.
smell the flowers for real, literally.
Once I get the feline helmet, I'm gonna wear it all the time. Like, I'm not gonna
mean-
try to get through the game in 7 hours like I was initially planning.
I can't disagree that it would be fun just to sort of do something different with the PC version, but like, guys, I put almost 600 hours into this game. I kind of want to break.
Yeah, I get it. That's actually what I was kind of worried about with this coming out, because the few people like that are thinking of getting both, like, we are obviously super big fans, so that's why we're doing it. That's a little different. For people that were on the fence, I bet some people are like, "Oh God, it's already coming out."
So you should say you should do a naked run. You can do
Oh
it.
my God, that would be so fun.
And there's
It's actually not that bad. Monsters don't hit crazy hard. Even later. I like, especially like low rank, generally. I went through and like followed speedrun routes through low rank.
Well, if you
I
remember,
beat it in less than 5 hours. And I think I had I had 2 pieces of bone armor. I had the chest because it gave me attack, and I had the helmet. And then I had 3 pieces of heavy metal. Or,
Well-
what is it? High metal?
if you remember, Fortuan went through almost all of low rank with bone armor.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but mine wasn't upgraded. Did you upgrade yours?
No.
Because
Wow.
you know how.
Okay, there you go.
No, I knew how. I just didn't want to waste the resources on bone armor.
Yeah. Yeah, when I went through, and I think that's the reason that you can get through this game so fast, is because they really streamlined how the stars work. There's not multiple things you jump into until you can get to your urgent quest. They just automatically give you it. You're not like jumping through the map going, I need these 3 quests done, I need these 4 quests done. I just do these quests. And then you beat the game at some point. You just kind of accelerate up. And you unlock other quests that you don't usually do until you come back to it and realize you want to beat all the quests.
Yay.
Which took a while.
So, so about those PC requirements, though, I might have a problem.
Well, so I think you'll be fine. The thing that I think I watched Maximilian Dude talk about it. He said that apparently they worded it kind of weird, and the higher requirements should be going for 60 FPS, not 30.
No, what I'm saying is the minimum requirements I don't meet.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not have a 760. I have a 680.
You'll be fine. I mean, honestly, GPUs aren't that expensive right now.
I mean, are they? Did the stupid Bitcoin everybody buying a GPU finally die?
No, it didn't.
That's not.
I just built a PC. No, it didn't.
God, you're a liar.
Not that bad.
You're a liar.
I'm looking up 760 right now. I just want to see.
For a decent
Well,
graphics card.
If I'm upgrading my graphics card, I'm not going to go from like a 680 to a 760. I'm going to go from like a 680 to something in the crazy series.
So like 1060?
Yeah.
1060 is probably the best thing to go for.
Something with 4 digits, sir.
Something with 4 digits. I like that description.
I mean, to be fair, I do deserve a good upgrade because I've had the 680 for 5 years now. It's still
That's
going.
pretty good.
Yeah,
it's lasted a while at least.
I mean, it was a great card, and it still works pretty good. But I'm starting to notice certain places where it's starting to lag.
Well, my only question that I have about it is they didn't specify 3 GB versus 6 GB, and that's like that can actually like the 6 GB one. It's much better, like just because it has 6 GB, it just gives it more ability to do things, smoothly.
I would assume it's the lower one because of just how it's phrased.
How it was general, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to get the 3 GB one, it's $229. That's not terrible. That's a lot if you have like if you're someone like me who was like, ugh, I don't want to put money into getting a PlayStation just to play this game after buying a PlayStation, because that's basically buying a PlayStation.
Yeah. What's it? Do you remember the clip? Rest in peace, Total Biscuit. But do you remember the clip where Total Biscuit talked about he talked about what his frame was or what his setup was for a while?
No.
He had 2 Titan Blacks, both slaved together to power his rig. 2 Titan Black cards. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I
crazy.
think even now it's still a lot of money.
That's like this one guy I watched Smitty on YouTube, with like storage and stuff. He would instead of upgrading to a terabyte, he had like 2 500s.
So
and
what
then he had
Yeah.
a terabyte and a terabyte.
So what do you have, Mr. Mad?
Me?
Yeah, what do you have for a computer?
My computer? Oh man, I have a Frankenstein of pieces that basically this thing. Well, the motherboard is about 3 years old. Some of the parts are a little bit older, but I think she'll be able to handle it.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, if something happens where I can't play the game or whatever, I at least have my PS4 version that I can continue playing at least until I'm able to upgrade my system completely.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about, was how, like, what do we think of like people being willing to buy this? Because I know there's a small margin of people, obviously, that are going to buy both, which is not something everyone can do.
Well, also there's no reason. Well, for the people that are on the fence about the game, I mean, it's on every platform now, so there's really no excuse to sit there and say, well, I'm only a PS4 person or Xbox or whatever. It's coming out on the Switch as well, so people can, they can go out and get it. I mean,
True.
as far as whether you're a fan of, fighting a boss and just collecting its pieces to make gear, I mean, that's another story. But all in all, I mean, it's really no different than most of the games out there. So there's really no excuse not to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw. It was funny. Whenever something like some big news pops up, I like to look at the different Monster Hunter subreddits just to see, how people are feeling. Like, I just like to see people talking about it. And one of the things I saw was someone was saying, "Oh, I don't want this because I'm one of the hardcore fans, so I'm going to go for the game on Switch." I thought that was interesting because it was someone who hasn't gotten either.
I mean,
And it wasn't like they have a computer and they have a Switch. So I thought it was interesting.
I mean, like I said, I'm going to pick up the Switch one as well. But that's just.
I mean, I can I say this? I kind of did illegally, again.
You probably shouldn't be saying that, especially considering.
Cut me out. Cut it out.
Yeah, Fortuan, you need to edit that out.
Delete me. I'm not in this podcast. I was never seen again.
How did you do it illegally?
Oh, if you you know how you can do the there's like the 3DS emulators. You're supposed to be able to use use 3DS. You hook it up, you upload it, and that's legal. But when you download the decrypted version that allows you to do that illegally, that's illegal.
I gotcha.
Technically, their EULS says you can't, do that, but
Yeah. Well, either way, it's illegal.
so
Hashtag.
I don't think that's bad enough to warrant cutting out. As long as you're not describing how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to
Just
say hashtag.
Just remove the part about me saying the decrypted thing then.
Okay.
I was going to say hashtag Hunters
Well, you
Hub
didn't tell us where to
Confessions.
get it.
Oh yeah. I did
That's
a thing and I got it and I like playing it,
Okay.
but I don't need a Switch. That's it.
Okay. Well, I need a Switch because
Do
I'm
it.
buying Octopath Traveler this Friday.
Haha, nice.
Also, you should pick up this guy because it's awesome.
No,
Aw.
absolutely no. I played the demo of that. No.
Why?
Garbage.
I know
Why
a lot
is
of
it
people don't
garbage?
like it.
I
don't.
It's basically just goofy tactics.
I don't. I like tactics. I didn't like that.
All right.
It's the anime, dude. It's the anime.
The anime.
Man, there's a lot of weirdly nude, child-looking characters that makes me uncomfortable.
It wasn't even that. It was literally the main character, like, I'm a demon and life sucks.
Don't get that one. there's
Don't get that one. Okay.
If you don't like the generic anime tropes, don't get that one.
Weird. It comes out on PS4 and Switch. That's
The
a very
PS4,
strange
the Switch version is the full version that has all the DLC.
Oh, the PS4 was the original one?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, HD remake.
But anyway,
All right. I'm going to go back and tell you guys my specs because I never got to do that.
do it.
So
Cute.
I got an i7, this is Intel 8700, 320 gigahertz processor, only 16 gigs of RAM, which is small, but I was on a budget. But my graphics card is a GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, which isn't top of the line, but it'll do the
close.
job. So
Fancy.
I'll be able to run that thing probably pretty well,
Fancy.
along with my, what is it? I only have a solid state drive. I don't have a hard state.
I have both because my SSD is only 500.
My SSD is only 500 also. That's all I have.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Both my drives are almost full. How do you even operate?
I literally, on my computer, I just have the few games that I have on there, so it's like, gosh, I could probably tell you. The couple GOG games I have on here. Anything we're playing for side quest, of course. So Rebel Galaxy right now. Diablo 3, and Fortnite, which I never used, and the Dauntless beta. That's it. And the rest of it's podcast stuff.
Huh.
Like, I don't.
All right.
And Doom. But Doom,
Well, of course, Doom.
like, I mean, Doom is like, oh, gosh. I can probably tell you the file size now.
I'm pretty sure it's like 70 gigs. Like the game alone is 70.
What did I get?
No, 473 megabytes, and that's with
Oh.
about 70 campaigns on here that I downloaded.
Yeah.
Which one is that one? You said that's the original Doom?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I was thinking 2016. By the way, Fortuan, I got Doom finally. It's very fun. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you how large Roller Coaster Tycoon, the entirety of it is.
7 gigs.
It is half a gig.
Oh my goodness.
The whole thing is half a gig.
That's crazy. But it's because of,
that's
why
he wrote
stuff
it.
Definitely is increased now.
Yeah.
Just the amount of coding needed to describe how shadows work.
Plus the fact that it's full physics and
Doom
everything.
thing isn't even half a gig. It's not even.
Really? Well, Doom also was distributed on, floppy disks?
Yeah. It's actually, as far as, space, even for that time, is pretty good, because everything's stored in WAD files, which are basically just text files.
Yeah, WADs. That's how you downloaded it.
I know at this point we're moving away from Monster Hunter, which is fine. I'm fine with having just a PC talk episode. But,
yeah, because this is about PC Monster Hunter, so we haven't really got to talk about us as PC gamers. I've been a PC gamer since I've been 2, and I'm not even joking.
I have a quick.
When I was 2, I had a cheat sheet of how to go through DOS and boot up games.
Oh my god! I remember one of the first games I ever played was. It's either gonna be Math Blaster, or. If anybody remembers the old floppy disks with the Macs, before they were Macs, they were just Apple computers. Number Muncher.
Oh, I played that game.
Yeah, Number Muncher was fun.
The earliest games I remember is there was a game that was only in French. That was Apple IIe graphics. Literally, it was just green screen graphics on a PC.
Heck yeah.
And it was in French, so my dad didn't even know what was going on with it. But you controlled 3 different robots. I remember playing The Lost Vikings a lot. That's probably a little bit older. I was probably about 4 when that happened. I played a Sesame Street alphabet game where you had to stop the correct letter on a giant. What do you call those? They're like a giant wheel, and you sit in them.
Oh,
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel. There you go.
I was gonna say merry-go-round, but okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say carousel, and I was like, wait, that's not.
Yeah,
right.
I was thinking all those too, and I'm like, that's not right. Yeah, Ferris wheel. There was that. I played the original Duke Nukems, and we're not talking like Duke Nukem 3D. We're talking the side-scroller Duke Nukems.
I have a question for you, Fort.
Yeah.
Did you actually? You talk about 3D all the time. 3D was great, but did you ever play the Doom engine Chex Quest?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? I'm jealous. I never got to play it.
Did you ever play the Bible version?
There was a Bible version? Oh,
yes.
Please enlighten me, sir.
There's an amazing playthrough of it. It's called Bible Quest 3D or something like that. Oh my goodness. It's Noah's Ark. You're playing Noah on the Ark, and you have to placate the animals that got loose, and you're shooting them with grapes and stuff to feed them so they go to sleep.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I want to speedrun Bible Adventure Doom.
And Toaster, by the way, I was thinking Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh yeah.
Ah, okay.
I knew one of them was bad, and I thought it was that one when I heard it. But
no,
it's been a while.
You're totally right.
I can't search Doom Bible because apparently Doom Bible was a thing.
Doom Bible, the Doom
the
Bible,
Antichrist Bible
is the original document for the lore of Doom.
Oh.
That never got used, essentially, because John Carmack and his famous quotes about story in video games. You guys ever heard this quote from
I have
him?
not.
No.
Yeah, wasn't it stories just kind of there? It's not really important.
So the quote is that stories in video games are like stories in porn. They're expected to be there, but they don't really matter.
Which is crazy considering that Doom 2016, continues the story from the originals.
There's a story in the background.
Blows my mind.
Right, but Romero and Carmack had differing ideas on a lot of things, and Doom's story was a big one. So they cut out... Doom was originally going to have 4 playable characters, and it was going to be... that was part of what the Doom Bible was. And that eventually became Hexen. They sort of suited that into Hexen or something like that.
Interesting.
It's... If you guys ever... I'm promoting a book here, but if you guys ever get the chance, listen to or read Masters of Doom. All of this stuff is in there. It's amazing how far PC gaming came because of Romero and Carmack. not just in Doom, but Wolfenstein and all that kind of stuff. You know, our computer scrolling, like for websites and that kind of stuff, wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for Doom.
Wow.
PCs
I
couldn't
mean, it makes
do that.
sense. It makes sense the way that movement works in that game. Is
Wait,
like the basis of what that is. Because it blows my mind
What were the names again, real quick?
to see how the movement is in those games. Because it looks so great to see something moving in those levels.
Yeah, no, it does.
Because it looks 3D, even though it's not like the 3D where you see it in games now.
No, it's totally not 3D. It's faked 3D.
It's visual pattern that looks like you're moving towards something.
Right. We know that.
It's cool. It's so cool.
Forced perspective.
Yep.
The name of the book is called Masters of Doom.
Okay.
If that's what you were asking.
I was actually also wondering what the what it was, Carmack and the other guy.
John Carmack and John Romero.
That's right. I remember hearing about John Romero because everybody says John Romero went crazy, but
And they address that in the book.
or maybe it was both of them went crazy. I did not know that they were responsible for the adaptive tile refresh is what you're talking about, where the scrolling thing came from.
Right, yeah. Because it used to be a computer could only write a whole screen, so you would move one pixel and it would write the whole thing all over again instead of just that one line. And they developed a way to trick the computer to do that.
I didn't know it's by the same people who made Commander Keen as the people who did Doom.
Yeah, Commander Keen then moved on to Wolfenstein, and there's more people involved in Doom than just those two guys. They had some artists.
Yeah, but they're still like the main dudes, right?
There is a third. I don't remember his name, and I'm very sad that I don't remember his name. Chris something. He's a big part of why Doom looks the way it does.
Okay.
Not the graphics wise, but like the art,
Style.
the gore, that kind of stuff. He was very into being dark and that kind of thing. And it all rolls back to Dungeons and Dragons, because Doom's
They're going to say Monster
whole
Hunter got
story.
excited.
No, I was gonna say it all rolls back to Dungeons and Dragons because Doom's whole campaign, whole idea of what's happening came from a campaign that John Romero played with Carmack, and I think Carmack was the DM at the time.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie; it does sound like a badass D&D campaign.
It's literally the campaign, like hell opened up on Earth, and they were trying to fix it.
God, they're such nerds. I'm kidding.
They were. But yeah, so back to Monster Hunter.
Well, back to rigs. I never said mine.
Sorry. Can we have a crossover with Monster Hunter and Doom real quick? I want to.
Oh my god.
I want to fight anything from Doom in Monster Hunter.
I want to play through as Doom guy. I want a Doom set.
That'd be cool.
Like it just do like Challenger +2.
What's the
whatever
the
it's called in this
where,
game now?
What's the skill where when
Agitator.
you get hit, you get a ton of damage?
Resentment.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd have to put resentment
Yeah.
on there because that's basically Doom guy.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't bring back the one where you get more damage from red health. They didn't bring that back for World, I don't think. I think it's only in Generations and Double Cross. Because you got it.
It might be in World because I was thinking about using it. I thought
you only. I thought it was only the one where you if you get a status.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it's
know.
it's not in World because otherwise the Val Hazak set would be even more powerful.
Yeah, they would totally use it on him because they used it on Nikarkos, and that's like in the same way. That's the way they would use it.
So, God,
Like
what is
stacking-
your rig?
Okay, so I have a GeForce GTX 1060, which is good. I have i7 7th gen, and I have 16 gigs of RAM. I have a terabyte of hard drives, and then I have 250, I think, solid state, which is very nice. I can use
a little
VR
bit
on this
better
thing
than
too,
mine.
which I've never used. What?
a little bit better in mine then.
Yeah, it's like just above yours, and I'm
Right.
pretty sure yours is actually like a desktop, right?
Yes.
Yeah, mine's on just a little like laptop. So yours probably can run a little bit smoother than mine because of power overall and stuff. I mean,
So-
I'm always gonna be plugged into a wall anyway because it's an NVIDIA. I have to be.
Yeah. Hey, Matt Wolf.
Yeah.
So how long, when did you first start getting into PC gaming? We know Fortuan started with, like, the birth of PC gaming.
I
So-
No, it wasn't the birth of it.
I kind of started. This was way back in '93 when floppy disks were actually floppy. I played a game called Barbarian. So
Okay.
it was, it was on one big fat floppy disk, and then I was just playing around on it. I was in school, so that's when they first started implementing computers into the classrooms. So I would go in there, I would sneak in there at lunch or whatever, and I just put in my floppy disk, and then I was playing Barbarian. After that, it was fast forward to 2000 when I got my first PC. It was a compact Pisario piece of crap.
Okay, I remember
God,
those.
piece of crap computers. God, I hated those things. Paid about $2,000. It was the first of its kind to have a DVD player.
Nice.
So I was playing. What was it? Total Annihilation, Homeworld. I was a big RTS guy.
Yeah.
I was playing those games, and it later evolved into other. What was it? Supreme Commander. Other RTSs that I have, and then eventually I found out about Steam, and then that's when I really started getting into the PC gaming format, and I had a whole bunch of games that I have there. I have over 200 plus games, some of which I haven't even played yet. But yeah, I mean, since then I've been on and off until Monster Hunter, as I said before in other shows. I got back into the console with Monster Hunter.
All right.
Okay.
I don't remember what the first PC my family owned was, because it was something that ran like Windows 95. But I remember the first new PC that we got, and it was in a white box with black spots on it. We had a Moo Cow Gateway.
Gateway. God, Gateway sucks.
Rest in peace, Gateway.
Oh my gosh, dude. We got a Gateway from my grandma. She was like, I don't need my computer anymore. And we were like, yeah, we could game on it. Oh my god, no. The thing was like a typewriter.
Oh yeah. If you just like looking at church websites and that's it, it was a great thing for you.
Oh, dude. My grandma, she was the master of chain emails, I tell you that. Send this to 10 people or you'll have bad luck. Why, Grandma? Why did you do that to me?
Oh, I didn't know this out. Just sharing one quick thing for you before we get too far away from Monster Hunter again. I found something that explains a lot. Gateway didn't die. Gateway was acquired by Acer. Which explains why Acer sucks.
Hey! This is a good computer, I'll have you know.
Disease.
I hate Acer with the wrath of 1,000 suns. Because every
dog.
every cheap, terrible school government computer is an Acer.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. Their basic factory shipping computers are trash. I know that from being in school, like as a 4th grader.
Kind of like
but
compact.
Speaking of old computers,
Yeah.
God. No, I just hate them so much because the first one that I had, it was running okay until the power button broke. So I had to take it back. I took it back and I replaced it, and I got another one. And then about a week later, the power supply blew. So I'm sitting there like, are you freaking kidding me? I paid $2,000 for this thing, and this is like the 3rd time I'm going to exchange this thing for another one.
Oh,
And then I had it for a good year and a half before there was a lightning storm, and there was a power surge, and I was just sitting there playing, and next thing I know, zap, it was gone.
Oh.
It was gone, and from that point on, I was like, nope, that's it. Screw this. I'm going back to my console, and I was on console for a while. and then until they started to have it where you can build your own PCs, and I was like, ooh, let me get it. Let me see what research I can do to find out if I can buy my own freaking computer, because I learned my lesson. Never again will I buy a pre-made computer. So yeah, that was my experience as a early on PC person.
That's a good PSA for all the listeners, by the way. If you don't have a good PC for Monster Hunter, but you want to get one, use the power of Google. Building computers not hard anymore.
Yes. Oh no,
I agree with
hard.
that. Honestly, I have this computer that I have is Acer Predator. It's pre-built, but I can tell you that once video games catch up to me and I'm behind, I can't do anything about that. Someone who has a pre-made, someone who has something that they've made, they can just change out parts as they go.
Oh.
Now, there are a few prefabs that can be modified as if you had built it yourself. The brand I Buy Power, they're kind of like a cheap knockoff brand, but they kind of build the PC and then give it to you. So you can still open it up and exchange parts if you need to. But that's desktop stuff. That's not laptops.
That's kind of why this is the computer I have, because I wanted a good gaming computer that could be, a laptop. You can't do that if you want to build one.
I'm going to give a super biased warning to all our listeners. Don't buy an Alienware laptop. Don't.
I agree with that.
No,
don't.
No.
If you like money, don't buy an Alienware laptop.
They are not. What I don't understand is they basically say, hey, here's a computer that's as much as the other laptops, but if you want it to be good, you have to buy this other thing, which makes it more expensive.
Yeah,
expensive crap.
Also, you can never upgrade it, and they're heavy as hell.
Yeah, I looked at the average weights. It's like 2 pounds more than mine, and it's smaller.
Yeah. So, back to Monster Hunter for reals this time. So we had a lot of speculation on, hey, what's coming out with, PC release, and we were thinking it's going to be later in the year. So, like, August 9th, this thing's dropping.
Oof.
But, as far as we know, nothing's different. Nothing, right?
Yeah, as far as...
I've not heard
settings.
way one or the other. Yeah, but other than you have more settings, but...
Yeah.
Right, but, I mean, that comes with PC versions, generally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I think that... So I'll start with this question, answer my own question first, but, like, what did we want to see come out with PC version? And for me, it was G-Rank, or something along those lines, a higher... Something to sort of celebrate the PC release, but, have something for the console players to keep going, because we're in a pretty big dry spell again after Lunastra.
I was hoping it was going to be available on Steam, specifically, and it might be, I'm not 100% sure on that, but specifically because any game that shows up on Steam ends up having easy time. Oh, it is on Steam, never mind.
It is
Ignore
on
me.
Steam.
It's only on Steam.
So let me rephrase then. Because it's coming to PC, I'm hoping we get more crossovers, more special events, more stuff like that, because it's super easy to implement that stuff on a PC.
Well, there's going to be parity with the PlayStation and the Xbox.
That's my only issue.
There's going to be parity. So
what I'm seeing is that they're going to try to catch it up in the first, few months, maybe, like coming into the end of the year. And if we are going to get something like what Fortuan said, maybe that's why it's coming a little early, because they're cutting the corners of already implementing all the DLC stuff.
I heard that it wasn't going to have a Devil Joe or a Lunastra.
Yeah, it won't have them yet. It's not going to have Kobe Teroth either.
I mean, it was in the trailer.
Yeah, they're in the trailer, but I think, because it said the DLCs will be added over time, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're just saying DLCs will be added over time, just like they said with the PS4. I don't think that means that they are not getting the DLC that's already out there. I think that means that there's still more DLC coming.
I do want to point out, and something I'm a little bit least happy about, it's coming in August, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes. August 9th.
Yes.
We got a month from today.
So
yeah, 1 month from today.
The reason I'm excited that it's coming out in August is that means in 1 month, we're going to be, or 1 month, depending if it's early August. I guess it's early August. So a month and a half, we get near Halloween. And hopefully we'll be having a Halloween-styled event.
Oh, they
And
definitely will do
Pumpkin.
that.
I would...
Urgan. Pumpkin.
Yes!
Get it.
Pumpkin Urkin.
Because it's funny. He's all purple and orange and Halloweeny.
Jay Leno
Sorry,
wearing a pumpkin head.
I need to point out, Steam doesn't know what Monster Hunter is. Because if you scroll down to the bottom of the Steam page, this is more like this. It's like God Eater Rage Burst. Okay, that's kind of like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Neo. Okay, that's more Dark Souls. Warframe, and then Path of Exile.
They gave up at the end.
Not quite. These are quite
Yeah,
like Monster Hunter.
I don't understand the Path of Exile.
More like this Rocket League. I'm sorry.
Unless Dauntless.
That's because everyone plays Rocket League if they have Steam.
Unless-
It's just like a given.
Unless Dauntless comes out on Steam as well, then it'll be like it's just like this game.
That's one thing I am excited to see a little bit is because of the fact that
Oh, poor Dauntless.
it'll be on the same console as Dauntless. I'm excited to see all those videos where people start comparing them now. And
It's the new Dauntless. Wait.
I mean, I enjoyed Dauntless for the little that I played it, but
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
a
very
lot of things
linear.
happened to me in the past month when I was supposed to be playing Dauntless, so I kind of just dropped it for other reasons.
since we are talking about Monster Hunter and PC, I guess we could talk about Dauntless, yeah?
Yeah.
We talked about Dauntless on here before when I had So Hellkite on. That was one of the main topics.
But I wasn't here.
No, it's true. I'm not saying we can't talk about it. I'm saying it's
Yeah.
totally fine to talk about that game in comparison. Now, that said, my opinion after playing it quite a bit, at least the demo, it's not going to replace Monster Hunter.
Oh,
And
absolutely
even
not.
if Monster Hunter never came to the PC, I would still hand over hand still say that Monster Hunter is better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is a nice thing to get people into it to maybe be like, oh, here's a free game. So that way you can kind of hunt monsters and then maybe get the real Monster Hunter.
At least until you get the PC version, if you don't have it.
Yeah,
Yeah. For people that don't have the money to just go and grab Monster Hunter, that might be a nice alternative to try.
I will say,
Unfortunately, it's just not as polished because it's a small company trying to
and it's
mirror the
still
game.
in beta,
like
right?
its own thing. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's still in. It's still that weird open beta where you had to sit for 50 minutes waiting to even try it.
The other note is that it's its graphical requirements are significantly less. Like,
Yeah, that game was running in
Yeah.
all ultra settings on my computer. That was awesome. It didn't look great still though.
The cartoony look also. That's what kills me. The cartoony look. It's like
I don't
Overwatch.
really like that.
It's like
that style is,
Overwatch.
solid.
Like Overwatch
See, I-
slash. What is it?
I can't
Team
wait for
Fortress.
Monster Hunter World team to make a more cartoony version, like the older versions, because I love it. Because
That would be cool.
now that they've put their feelers out there with we made a super realistic one that looks good and gets stockholders excited to see a hyper detailed, crazy, realistic Monster Hunter. They can maybe go back to the older Monster Hunter formula and have more ridiculous monsters and stuff.
I don't know.
That
They
is
still
true.
I don't know if they went full on real looking. It's still pretty cartoony.
It's look at all the armor sets and weapons, and then compare it to like Generations and For You.
But yeah, that's not
Yeah.
that's their excuse.
That's what I
their
mean.
excuse for not making it amazing because they have to do everything in high quality. Whereas 3DS,
I meant more
you
along
just
the
kinda
looks,
throw a
like-
whole bunch of pixels together and it can look like a completely different weapon.
Yeah, it's the fact of like the designs are very much more muted, more they look good
Yeah.
and high quality without
Realistic.
looking ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean with realistic. That makes sense.
But
Yeah, I don't know. Like I was really expecting something with the PC version. We got nothing.
We were way off
Granted-
on those predictions.
Yeah, we were. Now
I didn't.
that might
expect
mean
anything.
we might get Behemoth at the same time.
Well, they said it was coming in August, so that might be why.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, "What? August? That's so weird."
Oh,
And
yeah.
maybe that's
It is late summer though.
Yeah.
can I get a Rathalos hat for Team Fortress 2? 2? Thanks.
That would be beautiful.
I mean, we had the Rathalos armor in Lost Planet, even though it is a Capcom game.
True. I know it's not really the Monster Hunter PC, but how were the Lost Planet games? Everybody I know who's played them says they were like fantastic, and I never have touched them or seen them.
Yeah,
They were
I hadn't heard of them until
fantastic.
people talked about them related
Fantastic.
to Monster Hunter.
Really? What's the appeal of it?
The
then?
multiplayer was weird. It actually allowed you to play crossplay with Xbox back in the day.
Unheard of. No, not really.
Well, because it was a game for Windows.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah. Well, that's a while back. If it was a
Yeah.
while back, yeah, I can see why that would be weird.
So I played Lost Planet 1 and 2. I actually liked them enough that I referenced them in one of my D&D ecologies.
Really?
Yeah, the Remoraz that heat themselves up with this. I said they use acrid, which is what the heat liquid is in Lost Planet. So I sort of did a cross there, but I basically made the Remoraz an acrid. So like the Lost Planet series was like a really good third-person shooter that kind of had similar-ish like ideas of like gigantic boss fights. If only Monster Hunter had learned how to do boss fights from Lost Planet.
I mean, when I first saw Monster Hunter, I was like, and I was watching streamers play and whatnot. I was like, this game is just, it's very similar to Lost Planet. Because they have the little rope things, the little hook things, they jump on things.
Yes.
The weapons, they jump on things, and it's so similar, minus the getting into mechs and and all that other good stuff. But yeah, it was similar. And then they told me like, no, Lost Planet got it from Monster Hunter. I was like, what?
That's true.
I was like, and then they told me, the list of games of earlier incarnations of Monster Hunter, and I was like, holy crap, how the hell did I miss this game?
Yeah, it's like a sleeper hit of the gaming world.
What?
There's so many things that borrowed from Monster Hunter, and that game was so obscure for so long.
So would you want a crossover with Lost Planet and Monster Hunter?
Yes, I know I would.
I mean, since there already has been one
What?
in Lost
Oh,
Planet,
that's right.
Yeah.
You know what I want for new settings in Monster Hunter if we're coming to PC? This is what I want as a new thing. I want blood.
Yes.
I want a blood mod. Someone
I
go
just-
into Steam Workshop, make me a blood mod.
Just change all the
I want
dirt,
dismemberment of
the dust
humans,
and the-
of hunters.
Oh god, fatalities.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if you think
Fatalities.
about it, I mean, really, you get knocked out. I mean, if you get even touched by a monster, you're paced. They have to come and
Yeah.
scoop you up.
I just want to
Yeah.
if that's something I would love to see. I'd love to see mods. I don't think it's going to happen, but visual mods that don't change the gameplay, I think, should absolutely be allowed.
Well,
I mean,
I'm worried
we're gonna
because
see
of...
Barney immediately. There's gonna be Barney Joe.
Well, I just want
I
want the Dark Souls "you died" message instead of
Oh, that would be beautiful.
Or
know,
more
I'm
hilarious
just
deaths.
worried because they're using de novo.
De novo.
Yeah.
that's
That's what
right.
you call it. That
Yeah.
that
yeah.
sorry piece of butt. That is not.
It's
the
okay.
same
of
thing.
excrement.
I have a pleasiest sound for you. It's fine. Yeah, the DRM, it could be a problem for modding, but I mean, people hacked Monster Hunter Tri and modded that.
Yeah,
There's been
you put
mods
down
for
infinite
Monster Hunter Tri.
bombs.
Well, I mean, that's also where we got Barney Joe too.
I've never seen that. I need to look
Barney
that up.
Joe.
Yeah, Barney Joe was an easy answer. If we see mods, you kind of made me sad there. Who I think you said that, Mad, right? Where the fatalities,
Yeah.
or was that Toaster?
No,
Oh, they made it purple. I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
It kind of makes me sad because they had that feature in Diablo 3 and they took it out. If you guys ever saw the original Diablo 3 stuff, like it was like, hey, the barbarian gets picked up by the siege breaker and gets bit in half and thrown across the room. You died. It's like, holy cow, that's so awesome. None of that in Diablo 3. You just ragdoll to the ground.
Yeah,
It's like
you just see your loot fall out of your body, and you're like, oh.
I will say
Yeah.
I do like in Diablo 3 just the fact that physics affects everything, so you can get like ragdolled away across the screen.
dude, that's not even no. Like Diablo 3's physics are like they're nothing compared. Do you ever play the what is their name? THQ. It was THQ before they went down. Now THQ Nordic owns the IP. Titan Quest. It's a Diablo clone.
I had never played Titan Quest.
Titan Quest has ragdoll physics that are affected by the damage number.
Oh no!
What?
Yes. So if you go back to the beginning areas of the game and like smack a satyr, because that's like the beginning monsters, satyrs.
Yeah.
They fly up into the sky. They hit the screen. They hit rocks so hard that they stretch a million miles with like
That's
that
awesome.
glitchy computer stretching. Oh my gosh, it's so hilarious. And if you play the defender class, the ones that use shields, there's a shield bash that immediately does like a ton of throwback anyways. So like you'll just like throwing goats in the air. It's
What was this called again? I need to look this up right now.
Titan Quest. Actually,
Quest.
I was going to suggest it for one of our side quests in the future.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Wait, Titan Quest is on the PS4?
No, it's on GOG and Steam and stuff.
Uh,
Oh wait, no, it might have.
It might have
might have
been.
came out on PS4.
Yeah, it's for PS4. Wow, this really does look like just an old school Diablo clone.
Yeah, it's all about Greek mythology and that kind of stuff.
Crazy. Also, look in the chat real quick because we were talking about Lost Planet. I looked up a picture of it, and one of their monsters seems
Yeah.
very Radovan inspired.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna bring that up. I just didn't know when to.
Except the other way around, Radovan would have been inspired by this, right?
Yeah, that had
I would
mixed
say
reviews.
Urigan. I would say we're talking about Urigan at that time.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't know. I don't know when Lost Planet 2 came out.
I'd like to hunt that
I
thing in Monster Hunter. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the problem with Lost Planet is they're all fire monsters in quotations. If you remember that map.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
of
They're
the
all
acronym.
freaking fire.
all fire. So
All fire.
that doesn't solve our Monster Hunter World problem.
Yeah,
with
that's
fire.
literally the one problem we would get more of.
Right.
What I'm
Yeah,
worried
'cause
about is
the-
if Behemoth's gonna be. I hope Behemoth's like some weird lightning thing. Because of the lightning around his head, but I really don't think that's gonna
I
happen.
mean, meteor traditionally is a fire attack. So.
I know.
True.
Or he'll be another blast.
Can we get a second crossover with Final Fantasy so we can get Bahamut for a non-elemental dragon?
See, one of the things that I wish they had implemented from Lost World onto Monster Hunter, you know how in Lost World you get eaten, you can go inside the monster if he.
That's
if
a
he eats
thing?
you. Yeah, you can go inside the
sounds
monster
badass.
and just line him up from the inside out, and you just he's just shooting the crap out of him from the inside. That would have been
What?
one of the cool things I wish Monster Hunter would had,
I need to
especially
go
when
look at the long play.
when Anjinath or Devil Joe, they just gobble you up, they just grab you and throw you up in the air, and they should just be able to swallow you, and you should be on the inside of their gut, just stabbing them.
What I want is
you
if,
have
like...
you have to understand. Hold on a second, Gog. You have to understand that there's a reason why, like, they can't do that, and I'm not saying like a technical reason or that kind of thing. It's like they try to handle this in D&D the same way, and it doesn't handle it well. If you get swallowed and you cut your way out of a monster, you've just caused like severe structural damage to that monster, and it's most likely going to die. Like there's no way to avoid the fact that you just eviscerated something to get yourself out.
I do want to point out,
Because-
Fortuan, there's you can get something that can swallow things whole in D&D 5e edition
Yeah,
as a hunter pet.
there's a lot of monsters that swallow whole.
So
but at the same
it's not
time-
like they got rid of the mechanic.
Yeah, but but if you also look at it, I mean, if you're a freaking Anjanath or a Devil Joe grabs you and crunches you in their mouth and then throws you up in the air and then just grabs you again, you're basically you're shish kebab at that point.
What
Yeah,
I
they-
think is...
They would have eaten you. Yeah.
What I think is interesting about how they handled ping attacks in general in this one, I really wish that they took the mechanic that you have when you are when you're trying to get a mount, and they put it into when you're pinned like that. Like, I want Devil Joe to be holding me in his mouth. I don't want that, actually. But, like, in the game, like, when you're in his mouth, I wish you were stabbing at his eye like you would if you were trying to get a mount.
Oh, like you're actually going crazy.
Yeah. As he's shaking you around, that's when you hold tight, and then when he stops doing an attack, you stab at him again. So he can still be fighting normally with everything else, instead of just kind of running away and doing his pin while everyone smacks his legs. So then he can be doing damage to you, and you have to try to get out of it. I think that would at least be something to do, instead of just roll out of it, and you walk away.
And it makes sense, too, because he picks up even Odogaron.
Yeah.
And does that.
But when he picks you up, he just does his normal... He does, like, basically the pin that Anjanath does, except he then follows it up with, you know, the shittiest move ever sometimes. That frickin' face plant, man, on Tempered Devil Joe is horrid.
Man.
It gives me nightmares. Until I forgot Flash Bombs, it was bad.
I wanted to point out a really bad suggestion for a game for y'all. If y'all like Monster Hunter, and you like the idea that you're hunting monsters more, and you like Lost Planet because you hunt giant monsters, there is a really, really stupid game, and I'm calling it stupid because it's beyond ridiculous, but it's super funny. I think it was on Xbox and Xbox 360. If you can find any of the Earth Defense Force series.
Oh, those are some of them are on Steam.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have grabbed that at GameStop for my PS4.
So there's one on PS4
or whatever. That's like the latest one is 4.1, I think.
So if you don't know what Earth Defense Force is, you are really like, at least in the original ones, you were extremely stereotyped Japanese military, like fighting off Godzilla-like monsters and giant swarms of ants and crabs and
it was mostly giant swarms of alien metal ants, and they had like no animation. They just kind of crawled on everything.
You're talking about the original Xbox version. They've gotten much better. But
it doesn't look beautiful now.
Well, there's also spiders, but you also have like guns and jetpacks and mechs and huge flamethrowers, and it's just.
I didn't know that the 5th game came out December 7th. That's actually really recent. I'm talking about the 4th game.
One of the Steam versions, because they have 2 versions on Steam. I have one of them. I forgot which one it was, but they got an OP weapon. Basically, it's a freaking nuke. So you just, you have to put the shield on because they have personal shields. So you have to activate that and then fire it. And once you fire it, it destroys everything in its path. It's just everything is wiped clean. So I used to spend hours just running around shooting those missiles throughout the city. And at one point, it was nothing. It was desolate, and it was just me and the monster in this open field, or not field, but this whole area where the whole city used to be.
Oh yeah, you do not get penalized for collateral damage.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
But what I remember from 4.1, that version, was like there'd be like 5 billion ants, and they like are all just clipping through the ground and flying at you, or there'd be spiders that they shoot web across like endless amounts of areas, and you get caught in it, and you just start dying. It's terrifying because there's like 40 of them because they have like no animation. They just like move at you, and it's scary as hell.
Oh yeah. By the way, in this game, you're just a dude, like a normal sized person, and these are ants that are like 3 stories tall.
And unfortunately, it doesn't look amazing, and it's terrifying because it's just like seeing 40 of those things. Or I think the spiders all jumped too, which was even worse because they'd be a nightmare when they jumped off of the side of a building because they'd still jump outwards, and then they just kind of flop to the ground somewhere.
By the way, I just wanted to bring that up to people. If you like hunting, if you like ridiculous stuff and hunting giant monsters, well, in this case, it's less hunting. It's more like surviving an attack. Yeah.
Just waiting to hopefully not die.
Also, in the 4.1 version on Steam, it claims they have over 800 weapons.
Good God.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, 4.1 is, it doesn't look great, so they can kind of do whatever they want to.
Oh yeah, this is
just like this shiny light does this.
This is an older game series. They've never put a ton of production quality into it. but it's
No.
more about the
It's fun.
gameplay anyway.
Yeah, that's why people play it though. It's fun.
But yeah, anything else that you guys do want for PC Monster Hunter? Is there any like wild speculation type of fun times that you really want?
I want if there's going to be mods, I want someone to do a mod that gives us
Blood.
brighter, more colorful color texture just in the game. Like if they can better saturate the game in its actual, like you know how they did those things with Skyrim where they just made the game more colorful. I want people to do that for this game. And like obviously you can change the color settings of your own screen, but like I would like it to be a more overscaling, like everything just looks more original Monster Hunter-y, like more colorful than realistic, without it getting worse,
I was saying,
which is what happens when you make your screen really colorful.
I've always had a love-hate relationship with realism.
Yeah.
I just want blood and guts. That's all.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
I
I
ask.
want blood.
You know, I'm slashing a freaking giant monster's foot. I should see, like, you know, slices
Why does
of
Bo have blood?
right
Why
blood.
does Bo get blood? I don't understand.
Wait, Bo gets blood?
If you use bow, you don't even need to use power shot. People thought it had to do with power shot. If you fire a bow into something, you're gonna see a little black splatter come out of it.
Really?
It's like they forgot to take it out.
Huh.
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I mean, come on, it's 2018. You should freaking see guts and squishiness and just explosion of heads everywhere. I mean,
Yeah, like
it's-
I'm fine with them having the scale thing. I think that makes it more look better, and I like that they have like you can see the part getting more damaged over time. I like that.
yeah.
But I don't know why they can't just have blood. I
Right.
don't know why that was such an issue for them, because they
Well,
can be
there
team
is-
and have blood.
It's like you're hitting a part, and it looks like you're hitting on cement or mud or something. It's just weird looking.
dusting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It confirms my suspicion that Monster Hunter World isn't real. You're actually in like a Jurassic World style theme park with huge animatronics.
I was gonna say there is some amounts of blood in the game.
Yep.
For instance, when Great Jagras his dreadlocks get damaged, they're bloody.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons I feel like they just didn't put blood in, and they forgot to take they obviously wanted to take it out for some reason.
I remember one of the theories was when they were showing it on the TV spotlights and the gameplay. It's because they didn't really have control over who could look at it. Versus when you're selling it for a certain rating, you have a theoretical fake
But they never
nuance
put
of
it back in.
control.
They could at least added blue or green blood for that matter. I
Yeah.
mean, if you guys,
Yeah,
well,
that's
I don't
what
know.
they always do in Alien games.
But that's what I'm saying is the theory was that they just had it disabled and they were going to re-enable it, but it never happened.
If you guys
But
remember
that's like
Mortal
something they can go
Kombat,
and do afterwards. That's like a patch thing, honestly.
Yeah.
if you guys remember Mortal Kombat when it first came out on consoles, people were flipping their crap over the blood and the gore and whatnot, and they
Kombat 2
yeah,
came out.
and
Yeah,
then
babalities.
right, and then they had to put in a code. When you hit somebody or you did a fatality, it was white stuff that came out, right? So you had to put in a code if you wanted to see blood. That's how bad it was back in the early 90s.
I know it won't happen because Monster Hunter requires karting, but I think it'd be fun if you get hit by a monster hard enough that it takes you from 100 to 0. Instead of having like the cart animation, your hunter gets pink misted.
Or it's just a pile of guts, and the little pellicles just drop it there. And you see all the little pellicles scoop it up and put it in the bucket.
Oh,
I was like, don't even show the cart showing up, just like show a brand new hunter walking.
oh my god, that's beautiful.
I don't think that works in the lore of the game, because the lore of the game is the guild is there to support
Yeah.
the hunter.
Yeah, I know,
And
but like
keep them
that would be
safe.
beautiful.
Oh, I do have an idea, by the way, and this is not relating to monsters on PC, but I have a great idea. Can we have a spin-off game where you play as a member of the guild that goes to rescue hunters?
That would be amazing.
you have
you'd
to like evade the monster.
Yeah, it'd be about dodging the monster and navigating your environment really quickly to get over to a monster, and you'd be timed. That way, because you have to get there before the person gets ate.
That's weird. That's a weird concept.
What I kind of want to see, if someone does something like to make this game different, like if Denova allows this, which it won't happen, but
Yeah.
if we could get like a survival thing where, like, we can honestly do this where we would take off our armor and fight things. Like, I do that all the time. I like taking off all the armor and then going out on expeditions and trying to survive. Like, having no items and stuff and, like, combining, getting items that I need and then trying to fight monsters. That's really fun to me. But
Yeah.
if there was actually a mod that, like, really tried to build some kind of game mode out of that, I think that'd be really cool.
Hmm.
Well, that's awesome. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's really fun. They kind of encouraged that a little bit with, I think they did that. There was a Devil Joe quest where you got no items, so you had to go out and find them. It was really it was recent.
It was the famous Naked Devil Joe quest.
Mm-hmm.
There's been
there was
a lot of them, right?
a new quest in this game.
Isn't that how the game should have started? You should have been like naked, and because basically
You're wearing chainmail. You're basically
Right.
9 points away from being naked. So.
yeah, just and you had to, basically because it starts out as Zora smashes their ship and they get stranded on this new world or whatever. I mean,
Why doesn't it knock your clothes off?
right? Well, he should have the hunters there should have been on their normal gear.
Doesn't knock your clothes off with a teen rating.
Yeah.
Do you not remember?
Oh god, there's gonna be mods of the handler.
Where
She's not gonna be the handler anymore. Thank God. Oh man, someone's gonna mod her face. That's what I want. I want someone to mod her face and make her look better. Just mod her eyeshadow so it doesn't look as weird.
I was gonna say, can we just get like a mod for her that puts like a censored bar over her face?
God.
I want
You
something
guys are
that
so mean. I like the hand.
I like her too. I
like her
like
too,
the
but
idea
I
of
just
stupid
don't like
things.
the fact that she has a weird upside down eyeshadow. It just makes her look
Wait,
really
Wait, what?
weird.
Hold on, I have to.
It looks like
What's-
she has like okay.
The handler.
Well,
It
I
looks
guess
You
like
always have
has-
the weirdest gripes,
I
Scott.
guess-
You just the weirdest stuff.
wasn't she
No,
supposed
just
to be
look
like a
at her
mix?
eyes though.
I can see what you mean. Like she only put eyeshadow on the top half.
It looks weird. Like her eyes look like she's like a meth head. I don't know why.
You're right, Matt. I think they were trying to go for a very generic,
Yeah, it's
like multiracial.
right because it's
It's just-
what the heck is with the puffy eyes and
That's
what
it is.
and
That's
what
it
got
is. It's
me
puffy and
was
it's got that weird shadow underneath.
and what got me was how come these people are not obese? Because they eat every freaking minute of the day. Like what's his name?
She's restocking all those
What is
foods for herself and you.
They're superhumans.
that bro
No
guy?
joke, they're
That bro
superhumans.
guy?
There are still fat people though, so I wonder how much they eat.
Yeah, because there's that bro guy that
Well, he just wears the high metal.
yeah, because he's always sending you on his quest because he's always sitting around just eating all day. It's like I'm surprised that guy hasn't died of overeating.
I love that guy.
You know?
Fiverr Bro is my
Fiverr bro, yeah, that guy. It's like what the hell, man?
Yeah,
Don't you do anything other than just sit on your ass all day and eat? But yeah, and then the handler is also like, yeah, when are we gonna eat? And then at some point, if you're standing up there, and she's sitting on she's sitting there eating, right? If you're up there in the canteen or whatever, and you just stand there and just listen to her. She's over there having an orgasm just eating food, and I'm sitting there like, are you guys serious? This chick is having an orgasm just by eating food?
I have an anime for you.
Wow.
Food fight.
Yeah,
Yep. Ha! I do an anime.
that anime is so stupid over the top. But that's the best ones is when they're over the top and dumb. Just point that out there.
Yeah, like the one of the ones I actually do like the Orochi, that's Kieran. No, Oran Host Club.
Hey, I cosplays as one of those guys.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that one because it's over the top and funny.
Do you remember Nekozawa, the dark brooding guy who has a cat hand puppet?
No.
Well, if you ever rewatch it, I cosplayed as him.
What the? He wasn't like a normal host, was he?
Yeah, I think he was one of them. He had a sister that he cared about and stuff, and they go over to his house occasionally. He tries to put up a very gruff front, and I'm describing 50% of all anime characters right now.
Yes.
I just don't know.
I don't know what to say. It's anime. He's like,
I watched the whole thing, and I have no recollection of a cat. Man, puppet.
I'll post
Those
a picture
freaking
for
eyes,
you.
man.
Yep, no idea. Nope. I'm looking at it right now. No idea who that is.
Apparently you don't remember much of it then.
It's Pikachu. Wait.
Nope.
It's Clefairy.
There was only one blonde in the whole thing.
There's two.
And
There's
it was the main character.
You really don't remember it now. There's several blondes in that show.
I can't remember characters based off of hair color, honestly.
Was there multiple iterations of the show?
Nope,
Because I only saw like one
There was
season.
only High School Host Club. Ah, well.
No idea. No idea. Again, it's one of the ones I mostly saw because of the wife.
There are some anime-based fans out there screaming right now.
We're sorry, anime-based fans.
We love you, anime-best fans.
weebs.
Anime-best fans.
Best fans.
It's very well known that I am not a fan of anime, and when I do attempt to do something that,
We need to get a list of, like, the animes that you do like.
I'm an anime fan, but I haven't watched anime since '94.
Oh, wow.
I can tell you right now the list of animes that I like.
Okay.
I have 4.
Okay.
It's Detective Conan, DBZ, Your Lie in April, and crap. What was the other one?
I know about Detective Conan. I don't know about Your Lie in April.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What was it? I actually just repeated this list like this weekend.
Google, that's creepy. I typed in and they're like, Your Lie in April. I'm like, that's... Google, stop.
Yeah, it's super popular. I don't know how you don't know about it. I know
Huh.
about it.
Well, it's on Hulu, so there you go.
And Netflix.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it music-based?
What's the... Yes, it is music-based. Crap, what was my 4th?
While you're thinking about it, I found
So happy and shiny.
letting you know, Gog, there's a anime that I'm looking forward to watching soon. It is a marching band-based anime.
Oh,
And it
God.
sounds awesome.
It's like Drumline the anime.
Basically.
Drumline was freaking ridiculous. I hated that movie because I was in band when that came out. It was like my senior or junior year of high school when that came out. And like everyone was like, why don't you guys have a drumline? There's 7 of us. No. We have one drummer.
Say-
Is he going to be the drumline?
Yes. It's a drum period.
Oh, man.
Say, if you want us to have a drum line, you need to join.
All right, I'm exaggerating. There was 14 of us,
Jeez.
but anyways, the crap, the other one, I keep wanting to say Claymore, but it's not Claymore. It's not Claymore, because I hate Rocky. What's that other anime? I think it might be Host Club. I think it was the other one.
Host
right.
club.
Well, how about this? I know one you might like if you want to watch it with your kids on the weekend. Hamtaro is a family-friendly anime.
No.
Why not? It's got cute
It
hamsters.
used to be on Cartoon Network during the day, and it would come on, and my brother would watch it. And because my real name, which I'll just reveal this here, Cham.
Oh, no.
Hamtaro. So my dad still to this day calls me Hamtaro.
I didn't even think about that. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So is that why you hate anime?
I promise I will not call
No,
you that, but
I'm another thing I'm going to say is my birthday is January 16th, right?
Yeah.
So in Ohio, there's a convention called OhioCon for anime
Oh,
and video
there
games
you
and that
go.
kind of stuff.
OhioCon.
OhioCon falls on my birthday weekend every weekend.
Oh man.
Thus, all of my friends always ditched me for OhioCon.
So now the truth is out.
Curse you, anime.
The truth is out. That's why you hate anime.
I had 3 birthday years in a row where the only people that showed up to my birthday parties were my cousins that left early for OhioCon.
Wow.
That left early.
That's terrible.
This is like the plot of a movie for like
I'm not
there's
gonna
like
lie.
the bad guy. It's like, but why do you hate anime so much? And he's like, well,
I'm actually gonna say, Fortuan,
When I
you
was
sound
3 years
like
old.
a character in an anime, and the whole plot would be like his new group of friends trying to get him into it and introduced into it.
he's trying to end anime
Trying to
forever.
destroy anime.
I just told you 4 that I liked.
I know.
Oh, I get it. No, I get it. I get it. It was just
Yeah.
funny the way it worked out.
Yeah.
Like every year they wouldn't come because anime.
It's like your dad. It's like I can see you at a shrink's session, and you're sitting there, you're laying there. Well, my dad used to call me.
Stupid OhioCon.
And then my friends ditched me in my birthday because of stupid anime. I want it dead. I want it gone.
I will kill anime.
Then there was what's that Vampire Hunter D?
Oh, Vampire Hunter
movie?
D. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the original ones.
So there was some sort of movie, but like I was at a friend's house and he had an Xbox and we played the movie on the Xbox, but I didn't know how to work the controller.
Oh.
So it was like 3 in the morning and it had like a god awful like 20-second loop on the song.
Oh, and
it was just
the DVD menu.
Yeah. and it was just like, oh my god, it's 3 in the morning and I can't stop this. It's just going and it was driving me insane.
I'm gonna point out that
I
you could have
unplugged
just
his
turned off the
Xbox.
TV.
I didn't know how. Literally, like, I tried everything. I just unplugged his Xbox. I found the cord and yanked it out. He was like, what happened to my Xbox? I was like, dude, I know.
Anime, that's what.
That stupid vampire show that you had me watch last night. It was looping, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but that's hilarious." I'm like, "Yeah, it's so hilarious. My bloodshot eyes, and I'm almost dead." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a handful of anime shows that I watch. Like probably as many as you, honestly. So, or are we not going to go into this?
I was just gonna point out there was a anime that featured Monster Hunter.
There's a lot that
There's
feature
a couple.
because
There's
it's
a couple.
Japan, man. Or majority of them are
Well,
from
there was the
Japan.
popular one where the 2 girls fight in the middle of the. I've seen that one.
Yeah, because they start hitting each other with stuff.
One's wearing the butterfly armor, and they're like jealous over this boy. It's
I think that was
harem stuff.
I think that was called Mesoporta Reclamation. They had like an anime
Yeah.
episode or something. I'm gonna get yelled at for that, but
Well, it's funny
I'm not.
because
I wouldn't care.
I think
the
they
only
should have
reason
a
I
full
got
one.
into, and I'm still relating this to Monster Hunter 2, is the only reason I got into Monster Hunter was One Punch Man. Or the only reason I got into One Punch Man was people making One Punch Man
Jokes in
armor
Monster Hunter.
sets in Generations.
I did promise. Like I said, I was with friends this weekend, so I did promise those friends who are all big anime nerds, who are not the same ones who ditched me for OhioCon. These are people I met in college. Though every single one of them told me to watch One Punch Man, so I'm going to be watching that at some point.
Do not worry, its plot is not that deep.
Yeah,
Also, yeah, I think it was
but it's intentional.
yeah. Hanagai is the name of the one that featured Monster Hunter, where they were fighting each other.
Yeah, and they actually almost dang near kill each other.
Yeah.
Like they smash each other with a hammer and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah.
One, they also set up
And the other one gets shot with a bow.
they also set up
One's a
barrel
bow
bombs around
user.
each other.
Yes, they do, and it's hilarious. It's a hilarious bit.
The poor Jaggers is just staring at them like, why?
Another one that's
Yeah.
pretty good is Death Note. Death Note, I like a lot.
That is a
But
controversial opinion, sir.
Really?
Yeah, some people do not like it.
I am one of those people.
Ugh.
I like it because I like very convoluted plans and stuff.
That's why I think it's cool, is just watching that. It's just awesome to me.
Yep, there it is. That's definitely it. Yeah, one was a Narga rip-off armor, and one was the butterfly armor. Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
We need to link this when it's posted somehow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think
Oh my
that was a
God.
good discussion.
Yeah.
I think we can end it there.
We've had a long
So-
conversation about PC and PC games and gaming and anime, and
I think I know the name of this episode. It's going to be called Monster Hunter on PC, barely on top.
Yep.
Yeah. Way off the mark.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we should probably just point out, it's on Steam. There's going to be the pre-order. There's going to be the deluxe download.
Digital,
Yeah, seven,
yeah.
Digital
70,
Same-
70 big ones for that deluxe.
Same as console. Yep.
oh yeah.
But
So if
she
you
got
didn't,
shot in the... Whoa.
if you did not get the what's it called, the samurai armor on the PS4, now's your chance to do it again.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's really not great. It's...
I like the
it's
look of
okay.
it.
Well, I was
used
okay
to-
with it until I realized that, majority of the armor that I could get for free in the game was 10 times better.
True.
It's in my opinion, it's one of the worst layered armors.
But you didn't really get that much layered armor till later on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
it's a good starter kit.
And
I
it's-
used the arms when I was using arms that really didn't fit, and I used the pants.
I use the waist a
because-
lot because there's a lot of ugly waists.
I didn't like the waist because it was that weird, circular shape. I just ended up using, I just stuck with, the, somehow high metal, waist armor with its weird kneecap, like you're an umpire. For some reason, that looked cooler than half the stuff that I used because it was metal. I really liked using the metal armor, so I just kind of used metal armor no matter what.
Yeah, I started out
Later
using
on,
the-
that's when I finally got into mix sets. But initially playing through, I just used a lot of metal armor, so that looked cool.
Yeah, I tried using the metal armor until I kept getting squished. And I was like, well, yeah, let me try this bone armor.
Alrighty. Well, let's end it here.
Yeah.
So
Don't end it yet.
Why not?
Just we gotta do our goodbyes.
Well, that's what he meant.
yeah.
No, I was saying,
Well, we're
saying for everyone in general, don't end your recording.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it multiple
Um,
times.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Hunters, for joining us in this very rambly, but I think fun episode.
Yeah.
Super fun.
This is Fortuan. You can find me at Hunters Hub Pod, and you'll see it's Hunters Hub Fortuan on the title. And where are we going to see you, Mad Wolf?
Well, you can find me on the Twitters at madwolf_7. Where can they find you, Gog?
I don't really have much to find me on, but if you're gonna be on Monster Hunter subreddit, I'm under the same title as the Wrath of Gogkon here.
Yep.
So that's about it. I'm just an avid fan of Monster Hunter for now.
All right, Toaster.
You can find me at Toasty Smiles on the Twitters, and also I'm going to be trying to stream lately, and I've been playing Neo as well as Rebel Galaxy. So keep an eye out for me playing those games, and going to be having a fun time and dying way too much. So
I know Rebel Galaxy sucks, though.
I was talking about Neo, but all right.
I know you were.
I think we all knew you were talking about Neo.
And you know what? Maybe I'll be trying to get Fortuan to watch more anime. We'll see.
Okay.
Your audio cut out as you were saying that, and it sounded like it sounded bad.
Oh my
It
god.
sounded like you bleeped. I was like,